Alright, we got Mondays with Marcial right here. We're gonna see if we can get a minute with him. Here we go.
All right. So I'm gonna talk about that podcast I mentioned in my write-up last week, I believe it was. I really like some of the ideas they put through in there. It was the movement fix, I think episode 53 with Rafe Kelly. So I like this idea they bring up where they're talking about movement as nutrition. So if you think of the paleo movement, we want to eat real foods instead of eating supplements and synthetic foods all the time. Because there's something about whole foods that science just hasn't completely figured out. There's a lot of nutrients in it that aren't accounted for, that are really important for your health. You can think of movement the same way. Getting in here and doing workouts is important, it's essential, especially given that, our society doesn't really have us moving around on all fours or climbing like we used to, but we need to be conscious of getting out there and finding those natural sources of health for our shoulders, for our hips. That's why we do functional movements, because they're closer to what you're gonna naturally do, evolutionarily, like historically, gathering, climbing through trees, throwing things. So get out there, find ways to move like we used to, play sports, climb trees, do things, rather than sit at your desk. It's a really cool idea. Listen to the podcast if you haven't. That's one of my biggest takeaways from that. So there's my minute.
Cool. Awesome.